Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Matt.
And we live in Dubai. Today's actually a special day for us. It's our second wedding anniversary, which is a little bit strange because I never thought I'd be celebrating a wedding anniversary in Dubai. Then again, I never thought I was going to be planning a wedding while living in Dubai, and pretty much I never really thought I'd be living in Dubai. So Matt's the one who kind of drugged me here.
This is all my fault. We're here to tell you a little bit about ourselves, why we moved here, and what we think of this place. When we first arrived, I was actually kind of shocked because it's so like the West you wouldn't know it. Everybody speaks English. Everything is pretty much conducted like any other place in the US until you dig a little deeper. And right after we arrived in January, you had a funny story about the rains.
Well, the first thing that was funny to me is that when Matt went off for his first day of work and I did a little bit of exploring, one of the most prominent things on the shelves at the local grocery store was camel's milk, fresh camel's milk, which wasn't something you see every day. But also within that same week, one of the things that was really funny is that a flyer came under the door of our apartment that we had just moved into, and the question was, "Are you ready for the rains?" And I thought, what's happening? Are we having a hurricane? Is something terrible going to happen? And in reality, no. We were just going to get about 6 inches of rain. But what you need to understand in a place like Dubai, when you only get 5 days of rain a year, it's a pretty big deal. And the city wasn't really planned to deal with it. So we get flash floods every year. 6 inches of rain, it's like a snow day here. They cut off school, you can't get anywhere, everyone retreats indoors, and it was a very dramatic proposition for people who survived blizzards in the Northeast as we have before.
And life at work is actually a little different too. Right after I came here, I started working with people all around the Middle East, and it's really difficult when you're sitting in a meeting and half the people on the other side of the table are women that are fully covered and you can't see anything but their eyes. So you leave the meeting, you come back, who's who? You're brown-eyed and covered in a black veil, and so are you and you and you. So there's some interesting things about this place.
But what you find is that you actually get really good at voice identification and
eyeliner identification.
And you end up knowing exactly who they are. It's funny though, you actually have to, there are a lot of culture jars and shocks, but they're a little bit beneath the surface in terms of what you kind of see here, because Dubai is striving to be such a modern city. You can find all the creature comforts of home. But speaking of home, we're supposed to talk a little bit about the things we miss most about home. So do you want to respond?
Oh gosh, I'm going to start with trees actually.
Yeah.
There are no trees here.
Green.
This is
we
a desert. And it's a bit funny. You don't see clouds, you don't see rain, you don't see trees. And great, skyscrapers are wonderful, nice brunches, lots of food, lots of fun people, and traveling is great. But sometimes you just want a nice day, summer day, some clouds, maybe a grill in the backyard.
Yeah.
I know you miss that too.
Yeah, Matt pretty much stole my answer. I mean, the easy answer and the one that's always in my heart and the top of my mind is missing our families. We're close with our families. We are the oldest in both of our families, so the pressure for grandchildren, despite the fact that we live 9,000 miles away, continues to permeate across. But we miss them a lot, but we really miss our 4 seasons. Dubai has about 2 degrees. It's hot and hotter, and that's pretty much it. So we miss the 4 seasons and a lot of the American traditions that go along with them. So, 120 degrees outside on July 4th, surrounded by UAE military for protection.
Oh,
it's a little bit different, but we really strive to kind of keep the American traditions going, even if they are a little bit different. I have to enter the pork for non-Muslims section in the grocery store in order to go find bacon for Easter breakfast. And since Sunday is a work day here, since we work Sunday through Thursday, Easter morning, doesn't mean anything to anyone else except for us. So we have our bacon and eggs and we go to work, because here, we celebrate different holidays, but we try to get our American holidays in there when we can.
No Christmas off if you live over here in Dubai. Fortunately, we just skip the country.
Yeah.
And my personality is a bit of a travel junkie as well as a bit of a huge nerd. And fortunately, we get the chance to leave all the time. So I know you guys want to know a little bit about us, and hopefully if you come to visit our home, you'll see a little bit of the push and pull between our different styles. My wife here loves that home, warm, comfort country home style.
Sort of colonial, Italian villa-esque.
Very nice things.
Safari Lodge, I don't know, and kind of, but he likes all glass, kind of Miami, circa 1980s, in my opinion, modern feel. So
Not as sketchy, but close.
trying to find something that suits both our needs. The good thing is that the one thing we can both agree on is a view. So when you come home at the end of the day, just being able to set your sights on something that you think is interesting or inspiring, which we think the tallest building in the world qualifies, as do the fountain show that surrounds it. So once we agreed on the view, actually coming to terms on the actual apartment became a little bit easier. So we hope you'll get a chance to see it. We'd love to show you around if you make it to Dubai. It'd be our pleasure.
Thanks. Hopefully you guys come and take a look. See you soon.